Silence is strength. Today on Fortitude Through Stoicism, and this is my 365-day journey of implementing the ancient philosophy of Stoicism into the life of this modern masculine man. Admittedly, I'm failing miserably here, and I've read this one several times. I actually started to record this video and stopped because I wanted to reflect a little longer. The quote by Seneca today: silence is a lesson learned from many sufferings of life. I've told this story that it wasn't too long ago that I was on my deathbed and I had to make a decision: finish dying or make an attempt at living. And now my journey is self-evident. However, there was a time in my life that, for me, the truth was squishy. And so what do you mean by that? I wanted to appease people. I wanted to tell people what they wanted to hear, or what I thought they wanted to hear. Did I outright lie? No. Did I leave out important details? Yes. So when I decided that, hey, listen, the world has taken everything from me, or I've allowed or given, or due to my failures, the world has all the things that I had worked to at that point had succumbed to the universe. However you want to look at that, because there's no blame involved here. It's all me. I own it. But I made a decision that from that point on, the world could take whatever they want from me, even my life. What they could never take, nor would another human being on this planet take from me, is my character. So I went to work on my character, and integrity became my mantra. So there was a point in my life where the truth was squishy. Now the challenge is I'm 100% on the opposite end of the spectrum here, and I fucking tell the truth so blatantly all the time that it really frustrates people. Even my boss, director, whatever, the person that I report to. I don't have a boss. But I remain very morally planted on some issues. And so here's my challenge, right? And it kind of goes back to what Mama said. Mama said, if you don't have anything nice to say, well, then don't say anything at all. And so my challenge is, oftentimes the truth is very harsh. Most people need a watered down version because they're delicate sensibilities. Truth. You are fat because you overate. It is not fucking genetics. You're not big bone. It's because you put the shit in your mouth. That's the fucking truth. That's me right now. And I hear my mama going, Shawn. Well, she never called me Shawn, because she'd call me my son, but when I was bad, it was always Shawn Christopher. So I never heard my name unless it was bad. That's why I don't like my name. So, Shawn Christopher, that wasn't a very nice thing to say. True, but it's the truth. So this is where I'm struggling in Stoicism, right? This is the restraint. This is the discipline, because just because it's true does not necessarily mean it needs to be said, Mr. O'Neill. The truth is what it is. It does not need an orator. It does not need someone to point it out. It is what it is. Now, some people may be blind to it, and that's their own perception. It is not my mission in life to go out and point out every truth to every individual. This is where I'm failing. Silence is a lesson learned from many sufferings of life. Yes, I have been through fucking everything that I come across someone going through. So I often have something to say about it. And yes, I'm oftentimes right, and it's oftentimes the truth, but the strength is in the silence. So Ryan Holiday continues here. Recall the last time you said something really boneheaded. Something came back to bite you, didn't it? Why did you say it? Chances are you didn't need to, but you thought doing so would make you look smart. Now, for me, it's not looking, or it's not the appeal. For me, it's more of a character thing. It's a boundary. It's a statement. He continues, the more you say, and this is a quote by Robert Greene, the more likely you are to say something foolish. To that we add, the more you say, the more likely you're going to blow past opportunities, ignore feedback, cause yourself further undue suffering. The inexperienced and the fearful talk a lot to reassure themselves. However, the ability to listen, to deliberately keep out of conversations and subsist without its validity are rare. Silence is the way to build strength and self-sufficiency. Part of me feels obligated to share, right, my knowledge and my experience because no, I've been through a lot of pain, a lot of suffering, and no, I don't want to see other people go through it. But I also don't believe in unsolicited advice either. That's why I really try and stay in my lane and say, hey, here's what I do. Here's what I did. Here's what worked for me. Because I have realized that I am very different than other people. And listen, other people are very different from me. We're all very fucking different creatures out here. So my perspective, my view from my lens is not necessarily the same for others. So again, I've even restrained from telling people, have a good day. It's not my fucking business to tell people what to do. So I say happy every day. They think it's a mental thing. What did he say? But yeah, happy every day. Yeah, you too. But it's true because like I don't want to get in the position of telling people what to do when I'm not qualified to, because I can't see life through their lens. Now, if someone seeks my guidance, I will give them my opinion based on my experience. Based on experiences produce a certain level of quantifiable results, not in theory, but in practical application. Listen, I did this. I used to be fat. Now I look like this. Okay. Those are quantifiable results. Not, oh, I feel better. Oh, I think, no. Show it on fucking paper, right? That's what really matters. So for me, this one hit hard. Silence is strength. Does that mean I'm weak? Perhaps. Perhaps it means I need to work on my muzzle discipline. And truthfully, sharing everything that worked for me potentially is giving the enemy the playbook, right? Some say. Now again, two schools of thought out there, and we've talked about this. I've talked about this in the past. The first school of thought is keep your mouth shut, operate in the dark, don't tell them what you're going to do until you know, whatever. That's like one school of thought. Then my school of thought that I've always lived with, again, relates back to high school football. My coach said, hey, listen, if we're first and goal to go, that stud right there is going to get the ball 4 times in a row. We're going to run it right down your fucking throat. I'll tell you the play. Your job is to stop us. That was his mentality. He's getting the ball. We're running there. You try and stop us. That's some smash mouth, big dick football right there. And I've lived my life at that. I mean, you look at Babe Ruth. Pointed that motherfucker out, didn't he? To me, nothing more is more impressive than saying you're going to do something of significance and then executing that thing. Here's why people don't operate in the light, because they're afraid of failure. They're afraid of, oh, you know, he tried it, he didn't make it. Ooh, boo, everyone's gonna laugh at you, right? That's the bullshit. No, fuck that. Fuck those people, because they're not even trying, right? And again, I reflect to Teddy Roosevelt, the man in the arena, right? So fuck the people on the sidelines. Fuck the people paying the price of admission. Get in there, fucking strap your helmet on and go. And for me, the lesson here is keep your fucking mouth shut. They see the results. I mean, fuck, I don't even need to point anymore to the scoreboard. The fucking scoreboard is what it is. The scoreboard's taken on a fucking mind of its own at this point. But I know I'm pissing off a lot of people by telling them the fucking truth. They know it. They just don't want to accept it. And on that, I gotta get ready for a fucking plane. Let's go.